Okay, so I booted up the MacBook due to getting my charger. The MacBook Pro, that is, 2010 I believe. I'm just trying to install the Windows on it. I'm not sure if anyone's tried this before, but obviously it had no Windows to start with. It took a minute or two to actually get the Apple logo to show up, and then it asked me to re-download it. Maybe someone's tried it before, maybe they haven't. I'm not too sure. Worst case scenario, maybe it has an iCloud or something like that on it. If it does, we're just going to do a little thing called installing Windows on it instead, because why the hell not? But yeah, so we're just going to download Mac OS. Okay, so it says whatever this means, no bag entry. So we're going to do the logical thing, search it up on ChatGPT. Hopefully very helpful. So ChatGPT said to type this into this terminal thing that it told me to go to, and set the date to whatever that is. So I'm assuming enter. So it thinks it's January 1st, 12 p.m. or 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or whatever the PST is, in 2017. So I'm assuming just close out that. Just mugged myself off, and I have no idea what I'm doing, by the way. This is my first time using a MacBook like ever. So then I'm going to try this reinstall Mac OS. Try that again. Continue. No bag entry again. Back to the drawing board, I suppose. Okay, so the solution is looking like to go onto my desktop PC and download this thing called transmac. Not sure what it is, but basically I can use that to get an installer for macOS, whatever that macOS was, Sierra or whatever, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I should be able to use that bootable USB like installer, similar to like installing Windows 10 or 11 on your desktop PC, but just kind of for Mac, which I've never done before. So I'm kind of just winging it with ChatGPT, which is not something I'm proud to say, but you know, I'm fueling the RAM shortage is all I'm gonna say. But we're getting some use out of it. I mean, the RAM prices are shocking due to AI already. Might as well get some use out of it whilst we're already getting it all put up more expensive. So I'm just going to go on Chrome, try and find this thing, and no clue what I'm doing, but fingers crossed it works, because it really would be nice to have a working MacBook. I would probably actually use it, see how I get on with it, and if I ended up using it more, like, you know, if I ended up using it enough, I'd probably try and get a better one. But this one's got a Core 2 Duo, the 13-inch MacBook Pro 2010-ish. It's got a Core 2 Duo, which is it's not great, but it's got a GPU. I can't remember which one. I think it was a GeForce 320M from memory. Not too sure. Obviously, I've got the 2015 MacBook Air, which has a i5 4th gen, I believe. Not too sure, but I don't know which one would be better. I'm going to assume, I don't know, it's kind of balanced because one has a GPU and one obviously doesn't. But I'd probably end up getting something like a MacBook Pro, but of a newer generation that's kind of more up to today's standard, if I do end up using it enough. But it's just a cool thing to have working, as I didn't really have any before. But yeah, I did also just notice just now, I don't know if that's from where I dropped it or not, but I did briefly kind of drop it a little bit, but it's alright. Anyway, enough of my yapping, let's try and install this Mac OS. Okay, so it appears to be flashing to the USB disk. So basically what I had to do was download this program, accept the free trial, which you don't have to put card information or anything. It just will stop working after 15 days from first use. So, you know. But basically I downloaded this, searched up macOS Sierra download or DMG, and then it came up with an Apple link. I clicked on the Apple link, clicked download, downloaded. I just clicked the USB drive, and then basically from there just uploaded the file to the USB, and it just flashes it to it, and then I should be good to start installing it into the Mac. So basically you just press the up arrow button and then it starts doing this, and then we'll kind of see how it goes from here. It made me go back to this page, so we'll see what it does now. It might do something different now that we've actually got the bootable driving, so we'll just have a look and see what it does. Okay, so I followed some guy's short YouTube tutorial just to get to the point where I have to download the file. As you can see, it's downloading there. So basically, the bit that I got up to in his tutorial, I can't remember his channel. I might be able to credit it down below. If not, it was the first one that came up. But yeah, go to archive.org, and then so search archive.org Mac OS collection. Then click ISO image, and then find the High Sierra one, which is here, 10.13.6 High Sierra. Click download and just wait for it to download, and then we'll see where we go from there. Finally, I got it to this where it shows up as having the USB. What I did is I downloaded the ISO, and instead of following the steps on the tutorial, because I didn't really understand it, to be honest, it's not this bad tutorial at all. I'm sure it's easy to follow, but I was a bit confused with the command setup part, so I just used the ISO file and tried to mount that. So now I'm going to see how that goes. Select this one, and then I don't really know what it's meant to do from here. To be honest, just kind of going to see what it does. But yeah, it's just kind of doing its thing right now. But hopefully this will work. I'll let you guys know if it does. If it doesn't, we'll revisit it a different way and try and get it working. Okay, so we finally actually got somewhere. It's just getting me to sell my soul to them to install this, so we'll just click agree. But hopefully this should be everything we need. You know what's happening now, don't you? Now that I've said it. Oh, this disc is not forward. Okay, that's fine. All I have to do is just come out of this. Somehow, I don't know. Right, so disk utility. How fun. Okay, but on the plus side, it's alright for now. So this is the one that we need to set up. How do I do this? I have no idea. Partition, maybe. So this can have just call it Mac OS. And then is this is saying, oh, what, I don't know what I'm doing. Cancel. Okay, so this is internal, right? This one. Okay, so we need to first aid. Sure, why not? What is this? Okay, done. Wait, oh shit. Let's just run that again because I want to see the details. So Loki didn't press it a second ago. Done. Restore from. Replace the data on the volume selected below. Cancel. How do I format this? Let me ask ChatGPT. Okay, so we are finally back to where we were just a second ago. But obviously this one, now we finally can use the hard drive. I just called it Mac OS just to make it simple. Just click install, and hopefully, fingers crossed, as always, it should do its thing. By the way, guys, if you are enjoying this video, I know it's a bit late in the video to say this, but if you are, just hit the like button, subscribe button, just to let me know. It's a very new type of video for me. Kind of a little bit of a face reveal as well. Not that I've been hiding it or anything, because it's not really anything too serious. I just thought I'd start including my face in videos from now on, just to kind of maybe connect with the audience a bit more and just kind of be a bit more personalized and start building, you know what I mean, just start, not the brand, but you know what I mean, if you get what I'm saying. A whole load of yap as usual, but fingers crossed this will install, and I'll see you guys at the next stage of whatever it does. This is my first time working with Macs, by the way, so bear with me. Just need to be a bit patient, but this is a good thing for me to learn. I only paid £20 for these 2 Macs. Obviously I've got the other one over there. That's just got more issues than not having an OS on it like this one. But I'll be opening that one up in a separate video to this one, and taking a look inside, seeing what's wrong with it. My suspect is that it's the battery, just in case it's degraded a bit too much and now it just won't boot at all. But we're going to try and get around that potentially, to test it, or I'll just buy a new battery if I really have to. But yeah, anyway, I'm just going to let this sit here and do its thing, and I'll see you guys hopefully in a minute. As you can see, this is the next stage. It's just installing it from that USB. So there's about 21 minutes remaining. So I'm just going to let it sit. I'm hoping it does it a bit quicker, but you never really know. So I'm just going to let it sit there, and hopefully by the end of this, I'm actually quite excited for this one, that we'll have a working Mac. Now obviously this is probably going to be quite a slow PC just due to the specs of it, but potentially it might be due some upgrades in the future. I'll have a look into it and see what we can potentially get onto this. I have a sneaky feeling that it's not going to like me changing CPU. It will probably allow me to do the RAM. I just don't think it's going to like me changing the CPU too much, but we'll see what we can squeeze into it, potentially, and we'll see what we can do. Potentially might have to reinstall the OS for like a jailbroken version to be able to do something. I don't know, I'm going to look into it in my own time. This is my own time, but you know what I mean. I'm going to look into it over the next week or so, and fingers crossed I'll find some useful information to max out this Mac. Potentially might want to put a SATA SSD in it instead, if that is possible, which it should be, to make it run a bit faster, but that will definitely be at least a copy from the hard drive to the SATA SSD. But anyway, I'm going to let us do this thing, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm kind of zoomed in so you can't really see it, but hopefully I'll see you guys in macOS. Alright, so after about half an hour, it's finally at this stage. I don't know if you saw it in the initial couple of seconds of this clip, but there was a rainbow circling bit up there. Now it's just gone a bit darker. Oh, here we go. And by the looks of things, it is installed. So I'm going to go through the setup and we'll see where we go. Sorry for my camera being absolutely blurry as anything. If you think about it, I paid technically £5 for this MacBook because I've got in a bundle of 4 tech items for £20. 2 MacBooks and 2 iPads, so it's 4 devices. You do the math, 20 divided by 4, £5. So I'd say 2 working iPads minus a home button, £5 each that I paid. The other Mac, £5, this £5. So I got a pretty much working, just needed a bit of tinkering with MacBook Pro, free fix, just a bit of time, just a couple hours of my time to get it running. So I got a pretty good deal on this. Now I'm probably not going to sell it, I'm probably just going to keep it for a while and use it, but if I did sell it, I did look, and I could get around 50 quid for it. Pretty decent profit if you ask me, but I'd probably take around 30, because I reckon that's what I'd get realistically. But it's definitely a win, and I'd say out of my wins, I'd say it's like a medium to higher tier win for me. So anyway, I'm going to stop yapping, and I'm just going to continue through the setup of my Mac. No, we're not going to transfer information. Right, anyway, I need to sign in with my Apple ID, and I'll see you guys inside of macOS. I did also forget to mention that I gave this thing a little clean. As you can see, the keyboard is much more gunk-free than it was earlier. Now, it's not perfect. There are some few little dirty areas like here. I'll give another clean. I just used some lime scale remover from my bathroom, put it onto flannel, wiped it off a bit just so it wasn't too concentrated, and just gently rubbed it over the keyboard, and it got out all that grime with literally no effort whatsoever. So that was an amazing product that I just found in my bathroom to use to clean it. Obviously, if you're going to try something like that, just check maybe with Google or something that it's not going to affect the plastic or the metal itself, because some sprays and stuff might be corrosive or sort of acidic, might eat away at the paint or the coating on the metal, or it might degrade your keys or whatever. But yeah, I gave it a nice clean. It's turned out quite nicely for like a 2-minute wipe over. Anyway, let's go into the OS. So it had a problem where the agree button on the terms and conditions was grayed out, and I tried it so many times I still couldn't get it to fix. So I'm going to try what ChatGPT suggested and skip the sign in with Apple ID for now, and then see if it lets me agree to the terms and conditions. And hopefully, here we go, you can just click agree, and then just set it up later when we're in macOS. But yeah, so hopefully someone found that useful in this video. Anyway, the amount of times I've said I'll see you in macOS and I haven't, well, it's now currently been an extra 45 minutes from the last clip that you will have seen. So as you can tell, it's taken me quite a while, but I'm kind of figuring it out on my own. But this is why I make these videos, so hopefully someone, at least someone, won't have to. Sweet! Okay, so we're finally in macOS. I'm going to take a brief look around on my own, and I'll set up my Apple ID for once, and then we might take a deeper look into it. I butchered that one, my apologies. It's getting late, I am tired, but I am going to take a brief look and then I'll record some bits. I probably won't test any games or anything on it because it probably won't be able to run them, but I just wanted to show you the process of setting up and fixing this for free, which took a while, but I'll find a way to to log into my iCloud and we will take a look. Okay, so this is about a week later-ish, maybe a little bit more. As you've noticed, I've got a interesting haircut since then. I have been using the MacBook a little bit, mostly just to like have store photos on and stuff like that. It's old, it's slow, it's not great by today's standards by any means. You can't really do anything on it. Can't watch Netflix. You can watch YouTube on the web browser. That's about it. That's as far as I've got for now. I might potentially try and do some other bits with it, or maybe I'll just sell it on eBay for just a little bit more than what I paid, so probably like 20-30 quid, see what I can get for it, buy something else, etc. I would definitely like to try and get the 2015 MacBook Air working, but so far I haven't figured that out just yet. Might be a new battery, whatever, but I don't want to dump all of my money into a 2015 MacBook Air when all in all it's not that great anyways. But I would show you through it, but it's just painfully slow and it's kind of as you expect. You've got photos, you've got the browser, most of the apps don't really work anyway, so there's no point going through any of those. At the moment it's kind of just, it's been like made redundant by Apple, if you will. It's, you know, it's had its days. Apple's kind of rendered it useless, as they do with all of their updates to their old things. So yeah, you can't watch Netflix on it, even on the web browser, because it goes, oh, your web browser is not supported, update to this, whatever. But you can't even update to that version, because I've got the highest version already on it. I'm sure I could get round it somehow, but I don't really think it's worth my time to even investigate that further. So yeah, that will be all for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it, at least find something maybe a bit useful. There's a bit of a learning curve for me as well, as I hadn't really done it before. But for now, that will be all. If you guys did enjoy it, leave a like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in some more videos. Bye guys.